Now in her 50s and looking better than ever, Jennifer Lopez has spent decades slaying it for the cameras in plunging necklines and sky-high slits. But has she crossed the line with her style? From the Oscars to the Super Bowl, here are the most scandalous outfits J.Lo has ever worn.
I'm a Latin girl from the Bronx. I'm a Puerto Rican, simple Puerto Rican girl from the Bronx.
Back in the day when Jennifer Lopez was not yet a household name, she was still managing to make waves with her edgy fashion. And at the 7th annual MTV Movie Awards in 1998, the singer's outfit spoke for itself. As InStyle reported, the look wasn't anything too flashy, but even so, Who What Wear declared it to be one of her most controversial styles of all time. After all, it was J.Lo's very first appearance at the MTV Movie Awards, and she wanted to make a statement. We know we sure won't forget this iconic 90s look.
Probably my biggest fashion moment ever was wearing the green Versace jungle print dress.
If there's a single iconic look that Lopez will always be known for, it would have to be the Versace dress she wore to the 2000 Grammy Awards. Yes, you know the one. The green botanical print with the neckline that plunged for days. The sheer fabric created a silhouette that threatened to reveal more than Lopez bargained for with just one semi-strong gust of wind. Yeah, that one.
Versace, I saw Donatella with it and I had to have it for the Grammy.
According to GQ, the dress was so controversial at the time that it was literally responsible for the creation of the Google image search, thanks to fans' massive interest in it. The look caused such a stir for so many years, Lopez even recreated it with a stunning appearance in the Versace Spring-Summer 2020 runway show, nearly 2 decades after she originally wore the gown. And of course, she looked just as fire as she did back in the day.
And she just broke the internet again.
As any fashionista knows, it doesn't always take loads of embellishments or trendy designs to make a look stand out. Some of the most jaw-dropping dresses and runway fashions involve the simplest designs. Take J.Lo's sleek 2013 Grammys dress. It wasn't covered in bling, but it did make a splash. As The Hollywood Reporter noted, Lopez confidently rocked a look that she thought was actually pretty modest. Still, some thought was a racy choice.
No thong-type costumes.
No.
No see-through clothing.
No.
It must cover genital region.
I'm good.
We're straight.
Claiming she followed the strict CBS network protocol for the red carpet event, she later told Ryan Seacrest, "They said nothing about the legs. I thought I was being such a good girl. A little shoulder and a little leg." For as long as Lopez has dominated the industry, you would think that people would get used to her bold fashion choices, but that hasn't been the case. And when the singer attended the 2014 MTV Video Music Awards, she wasn't afraid to take a risk on the red carpet.
And you look insane! Oh, that's the booty!
Wearing a sparkler from designer Charbel Zoe, Lopez stepped out looking as confident as ever. But according to HuffPost, for as stunning as the dress really was, some viewers found it shocking. As the outlet described it, the dress featured daring cutouts that would make Amber Rose blush. All the tape in the world couldn't ensure that the ultra-high slit wouldn't reveal more than Lopez intended, but no matter what, she positively crushed the look. The annual Met Gala at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City is basically the biggest night for fashion. There's always a theme, and A-list designers and celebrities work together to come up with their most creative take each year. In 2015, J.Lo's look for China Through the Looking Glass was all about showing some skin, with a little Versace. According to The Independent, Jennifer Lopez attempted to flash as much skin as possible in a mesh dress, which left little to the imagination.
What do you do to keep the body rocking? What do you do?
You gotta put in the work like everybody.
As HuffPost reported, the look was undoubtedly one of the most buzzed about that evening, with just barely enough detail to cover up the star's most prized possessions. Lopez knows a thing or two about creating some buzz through fashion. The singer often rocks dresses with plunging necklines and slits up to there, but she's also proven that a jumpsuit or pant can be just as revealing.
Style is really about a feeling, you know what I mean, and how you want to express yourself.
At the 2016 Latin Grammys, Lopez showed up dressed to kill. Her catsuit from designer Zuhair Murad sent hearts racing, with so much intricate detailing it almost belonged in a museum. But where there wasn't a glittering detail, there was practically nothing. The jumpsuit, as fashionable as it was seriously provocative. The sheer fabric was stretched so tight over the star's body that it quickly became clear how well it was designed, considering we would have ripped that mesh to shreds just getting out of the limo. Considering all the time Lopez has spent on red carpets, it's no wonder that she continues to push the limits while still managing to walk away with zero wardrobe malfunctions. And to look at her dress for the 2017 Billboard Latin Music Awards, that's a pretty amazing accomplishment. According to Harper's Bazaar, the gown from designer Julian McDonald featured more cutouts and mesh paneling than you could possibly count. Lopez almost looked like she belonged on the Victoria's Secret runway more than at an awards show. In essence, the dress contained barely any more fabric than your standard lingerie, and fans took note. And while she obviously rocked it, there's no denying this was one look to talk about. Lopez doesn't always push the limits when she rocks a red carpet, but on the occasion that she does wear something controversial, she definitely goes all out. And when she attended the 2018 Robin Hood Foundation Gala, her Alex Perry gown got a lot of people talking.
When you feel good inside, you kind of you start pimping yourself a little bit, right?
As the Daily Mail reported, the dress featured a quote, dangerously high slit. While the rest of the gown was relatively modest in design, it was the thigh cut that truly made the look. But J.Lo's choice was more than just daring. It was downright scandalous to some with more traditional taste. Still, in true J.Lo fashion, she served us some sizzle and truly rocked the heck out of that red carpet.
Lord have mercy! You look better than a statue!
Lopez has every right to dress however she wants, and that's exactly what she does. As an A-list entertainer who puts in the time to look incredible, it's no surprise she wants to show off her hustle. And at the 2019 Vanity Fair Oscar party, Lopez revisited one of her favorite designers and threw down a jaw-droppingly bombshell look. Her Zuhair Murad gown certainly got people talking on the internet. With a strapless neckline and ocean blue sequins, the look was pretty spectacular. But this is J.Lo we're talking about, so you know there had to be a slit. On anyone else, one misstep or stumble and it could have been game over, but not J.Lo. She's a total pro at stunning and a true piece of art. When you look at how Lopez dresses on the red carpet, or even just at the photos she posts to social media, it becomes clear that the singer and actor is confident in her body and loves to show it off with her fashion. So when she launched her It's My Party International Tour in 2019, she took the stage in some pretty revealing outfits. But while her style may be part of her brand in the States, it didn't always receive the warmest welcome in other parts of the world. A lawyer in Egypt reportedly sued Lopez for her concert attire. According to the Gulf News, Samir Sabri declared that J.Lo's looks, along with the date of the concert, which fell on a Muslim holy day, were a no-go. He stated, "It's unacceptable for some people to be performing religious rituals in Mount Arafat while others watch a star perform in controversial attire."
I'm kind of an original, you know.
An original?
Original. I just do my own thing.
That is true. That is true.
Because Lopez has become famous for showing some skin, it's not really all that shocking to catch yet another racy red carpet look. Still, some of her choices have been more controversial than others. And when it comes to a plunging neckline, Lopez stunned in the dress she wore to the 2020 Los Angeles Film Critics Association Awards. The Daily Mail reported that the gorgeous blue gown set pulses racing and showcased her cleavage. But what really got people buzzing was the design's seriously plunging neckline that seemed to almost hit the floor. While the awards ceremony certainly wasn't a hugely broadcast event, people were still finding a way to talk about J.Lo's dress. She might have looked gorgeous in the stunning gown, but the low neckline was all that some people could see.
We're in Super Bowl rehearsals with the crew, everybody's here.
At the 2020 Super Bowl halftime show, Lopez, alongside Shakira, went all out with their performance. And that included some really racy outfits. There was cleavage, booty, and plenty of leg on display, and some fans weren't happy about it. As the Daily Mail reported, Twitter was almost immediately trending with parents and other viewers who were deeply upset that there was such a racy display on national TV. One user tweeted, "Not appropriate for kids at a Super Bowl halftime show, just J.Lo's outfits in general." And another added, "J.Lo trying too hard as usual, loved the Spanish, loved Shakira, didn't love all the cracks and and face thing. When did we forget that less is more? Let's just be real for a minute. If anyone expects this star to appear exclusively in Peter Pan collars and pearls, you've got the wrong J.Lo. Her stunning looks may be scandalous to some, but they sure are entertaining for the rest of us. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more list videos about your favorite celebs are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.